How you doing, beautiful people? It's V-Mac, and guess what? It's a Thursday. Hope you guys had a great day today, but you can even have a greater night. You know why? Because it's 9 o'clock, and the rush starts now.
Take off your shoes and stop right in the spotlight. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours. It's all about you. Show me amazing things you do. Inspire me. Show me a little thing or two. Motivate me. Nobody do the things you do like you do. 'Cause you love it, that's why we love it. You're ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You're ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You're ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You're ready for the rush, the rush, the rush.
Mother, when she talks to her own, she said, I think it's time for you to come home. Everyone expects a letdown, so let's show the world the man you've become. So before you go, tell them about your journey, the journey you were facing alone. She said, King me, King me. Go and tell the world my son has come home. I put my heart into this. I put my heart into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. I put my soul into this. I put my all into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. Father, when he talks to his son, he said, tell the world my son has come home. And if anyone should have a problem, tell them come and see me, come and see me, see me. He said surround him with love and gold, with love and wash him clean from head down to toe. He said, King me, King me. I feel like the prodigal son. I put my heart into this. I put my heart into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. I put my soul into this. I put my all into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. I put my heart into this. I put my heart into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. I put my soul into this. I put my all into this. See, I go hard into this because my heart's into this. Can't let you walk away with this. Tell them about your journey.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to The Rush. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far because we are enjoying bringing it to you. And guess what? This segment is a very exciting segment for me today because I got someone that I've grown to know over the last couple, literally days, y'all. Like, literally days. I'm calling her my friend already. She's just awesome. She's just great. She's just all that. And guess what? I wanted to introduce you to her today. And I'm talking about none other than the world traveler, international, world renowned. Y'all may not know her, but y'all can get to know her. I'm talking about my guest right now, Miss Kayshannique Collie. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
You're doing
Excited
wonderful.
to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Well, welcome to the Rush. Welcome to the place where everything is exclusive. All right, the place where everything is exclusive. Now, for those persons that may not know who you are, you have an extensive resume, you have an extensive background, you've had the opportunity to travel and do some amazing things, specifically in the area of production. Let's talk about that first. Tell us a little bit about your background, tell us a little bit about your successes, your accomplishments, and all that good stuff.
Yes, well, basically, just a little backstory. First studied law here in the Bahamas, so I wasn't really passionate about it. I did have a passion for film and television, so I got a scholarship to go to New York, Elmira College, to study theater.
Right.
And I just packed up my bags and moved to LA, and I was basically pursuing the dream as an actress and a future director. So it was an incredible journey. I worn many hats in the industry, from producing, directing, casting, directing, even down to editing the projects. You know, I had the opportunity to work on different shows. I've worked on major studio sets like Sony, Universal, Warner Brothers. I did background acting, so I didn't have the main principal lines, or I didn't have lines in the set, but I was behind the scenes. So I was just really in the action with the directors and producers. It was a pretty amazing experience. I mean, to see, you know, films and TV shows, sitcoms, they're all being done right before you. And obviously, you know, America has the biggest television industry in the world. So it's just amazing to be in that energy around people.
Okay. Yes. So you have had the opportunity to some big things. So give us a little sneak peek on some of the shows that you've had the opportunity to work with. Let us know. What you've been working on.
So many shows. One of my favorite shows to work on was the Carmichaels.
Okay.
That was great. I remember when The Mentalist was filming, I basically did that.
All right.
I did some of the medical shows. I think it was called House at the time.
Okay. You did House?
Crime shows, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I did a lot of commercials too. Like I think it was maybe 2 years ago, the Bud Light commercial. You know, they had the 30 seconds. I actually had a nice feature in that. So if you go back and play with Seth Rogen, you'll be able to see me in that. I just saw myself recently on Metro PCS. Once again, just in the background, but you know, sometimes the directors found favor with me and they put me in the feature with the principal. So that was pretty exciting.
All right. So it's and background people just make some money too. You know. I noticed people make a career out of that. People go out there and people in LA.
Really good money too.
Right. So which part of the States? Which part are you at? And obviously you've worked with some big studios out there. So so I guess it's between LA and New York.
Well, actually, I just went to school in New York, but I focused in Los Angeles. So that was the background work that I did, but there were also some projects that I managed and produced myself, like my own feature film. It's called, short film is called Roommate Affairs. That was a pretty exciting film I did. I also did a series called Awakening the Mind by Dr. Akash Ahuja. Basically, he's a psychologist in one of the prison systems in Los Angeles. So he focuses on mental issues, and he wanted to basically create this series to teach people how to be able to identify these mental issues and to be able to help to relate or interact with people. So it's really informative. We basically shot it in 2 languages, and I had to edit that. So that was a lot of fun, trying to edit a project in another language, Hindi, that I wasn't familiar with. So yeah, there's tons of fun projects like that. Like I said, you know, I managed myself, produced, directed, and edited. So it was exciting. Oh, I also did a music video. That was kind of cool too.
Okay.
But, yeah, a company called Doraba Production called Never Want to Say Goodbye. So it's on YouTube if you guys want to check it out.
We can check that out. We can check that out. See, I tell you, she have an extensive resume. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. Okay. I'm gonna play bad guy right now. Why you come back home?
Why did I come back home?
You get all this experience, all this background, all this knowledge. Why did you come back to little old Bahamas? I mean, we thank you now. We appreciate you now that I know you. You know what I'm saying? We could do some great things. But for someone that had the opportunity to be so exposed, your heart to come back home, why?
Yes, well, I think, you know, America's a great place to go to, you know, have a platform where you can be in the corporate world, you can work, so you can gain a whole lot of experience. But I really miss the warmth. I feel like Americans are great, they're lovely people, but sometimes, at least my industry, a lot of people were just so fixated on becoming successful that they didn't really have time to cultivate other relationships. So dating even was kind of a challenge there because, you know, the young men were all focused on being successful and number one and making money versus cultivating relationships and family. So I did miss that aspect, but also too, I wanted to come home and promote my book and do some motivational speaking and also just go back to my root to inspire Bahamians. Like, my purpose in life is to help people discover their purpose and maximize their highest potential. So it'd be great to do that abroad, but why not do it with my family first?
Right, okay.
So that's one of the main
That's
reasons
what our heart is, to actually do that. And Kayshannique actually brought us her latest book. But before we get into that, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be right back to talk about this and talk about why she thinks Bahamian men better than American men. Because she say I mean, we got dogs, we call Bahamian dogs, and they call all Bahamian men are dogs. And you see Bahamians that say they want American men, and then you see American people say they want foreign guys. So this is going to be a very interesting conversation, okay? Stay tuned, guys. Listen, The Rush, we're going to be right back after this, and when we get back, we're going to be talking about this and much more with my guest, Miss Kayshannique Collie. We're back right after this.
Contact Elevation Media Group today, your one-stop shop for all your media, production, and entertainment needs, specializing in a wide range of services, from video, television, streaming and broadcast services, live sound, lighting, and staging services, for events like parties, concerts, and conferences, event management and production services, music production and voice recording services, including radio ads, voice talent services, song recording, mixing, and mastering, graphic design, inclusive of flyers, business cards, logos, motion graphics, and more, brand consultation, and social media management. Give us a call today at 676-1526 or visit our website at www.elevationbahamas.com to request a free quote or set up a consultation session. Elevation Media Group, providing you with quality media and production services for 10 years.
The Master You app is live in the Google Play Store. Download it now. Grab inspirational show highlights, plus access the first of its kind Master You Online University. Learn online at your own pace from your smartphone or any device. Breakthrough courses added every month to take you further in your business, career, and personal development. Watch new episodes of Master You. Read related articles and get practical wisdom for living your best life. Download the Master You app now.
And the winner is...
The award goes to...
And the award goes to... And the winner is...
And the Elevation Award goes to...
Paging all entertainers. Submit your material today for the second annual Elevation Awards. From singles, music videos, blogs, TV shows, short films, vlogs, demo reels, entertainment resumes, and more. Submission opens September 4th to October 31st. For more information or to submit, log on to www.theelevationawards.com. Some terms and conditions apply. All right, beautiful people, welcome back to The Rush. The Rush, The Rush, The Rush. Hope you guys enjoying it so far, because I'm enjoying bringing it to you today. And of course, still on the set and joining me now is the one and only, the beautiful world traveler, international, world-renowned, Miss Kayshannique. How you doing?
I'm good. That's a big title you gave me.
Listen, claim it. You better claim it.
I humbly accept.
You better receive it, like the church people say. You better receive it. Yeah. All right, so just before the break, we spoke about relationships, and we spoke about, you you made a little comment about, the dating world in the U.S. and dating world versus the Bahamas. And I said, that's very interesting, because I know a lot of Bahamians, they don't normally typically run for Bahamian guys. Not the serious people. I'm talking, not the serious Bahamians, They feel that all Bahamians are dogs, all Bahamians are cheaters, and whatever the case is. And speaking about relationship, before we get onto that, you came out with a new book. You're an author as well.
Yes.
And I think this is your second book here.
That is correct.
This is your second book. And just tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so basically it's called the Mastery of Relationships Unveiled, and basically I teach people how to master all their relationships. The truth is we were created for relationships. God wanted a family. Well, he wanted a family member first, which was Adam.
Right.
And when he saw Adam was alone, he said, man shall not be alone, and then he created Eve.
Right.
So that was the introduction for the first royal family. So because we are created for relationships, it's prevalent or it's essential that we know how to master them so we can have a happier and fulfilled life. So basically in the book, I just teach you how to master all relationships. Obviously, starting with the relationship with yourself.
Right.
If you have self-love and you understand your self-worth, then that lays the foundation for all the other relationships you would have. I talk about the importance with having a relationship with your creator, with God. You know, it's through that love you first experience unconditional love, and then also you understand the value as being a divine creator here on the face of the planet.
Right, right.
Then I talk about the family dynamics. Some of us were born in dysfunctional families, or
Right.
we had broken parents, or parents who abandoned us, or parents who are addicts, you know? So sometimes some kids are starved with love, so that affects their relationships later on in life. So I talk about the importance of basically mending those relationships and healing and forgiving those parents so you'll be able to move forward. I talk about the journey to your soulmate. You know, a lot of us, especially those people who are insecure, you know, we jump into a relationship with the first person who shows interest versus setting standards. And if you don't set your standards, you would fall for anyone. So
Right.
after you're emotionally entangled with this person, then now you see they bring their their facade down, and you see their true colors, and now
Right.
you're trying to pull your heart back because now you understand the person you're with is toxic and you don't want to be with that person. So I talk about also seeing people through all seasons. You want to basically see someone when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're mad, so you can know exactly who you're dealing with, see the way they interact with their family and their friends, because eventually that's the way they're going to treat you.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So my question for you is it really possible to master relationships? Is it really possible? Because relationship is a twofold thing. I mean, and you know, no one is perfect, of course, you know, and I'm just thinking, and I'm just going to be kind of just throwing some of the things that I know some of our viewers going to be asking, like, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship or a master relationship, or you know, because relationship involves two persons. You may have a heart as an individual to want to make it right, to want to succeed in a relationship. Does that mean, because would that mean then, because you have that heart and you may take the principles from your book, does that necessarily means that you're in the wrong relationship if the other person doesn't understand those principles?
Well, first of all, the success of your relationship depends on you,
Right.
solely you. And why is because, like I said, it's important to set standards. You want to obviously have people in your circle who have the same core values, who have standards. You probably want someone who has spirituality, who has God as the head of the life, who follow the commandments of God. So if you find someone with the same standards and core values, then now you guys are on an equal playing field. But if you don't, then you'll have the opposite of that experience. So it all goes back to you. If you have a horrible partner, that's your choice. If you have a partner who is sound and emotionally stable or emotionally fit and loving and sincere, that's all on you too, because you chose that person. So at the end of the day, I think, yes, you can master relationships, but you have to start with the mastery of the relationship with yourself. Once you have a solid foundation, and once you're healthy and you're whole and you're loving and you're living your best life and you're in purpose and you have all these wonderful qualities, now you could attract someone who is similar to you along with your wisdom. So you want to choose relationships based on your wisdom.
Ah, so basically for all those people who trying to force relationships to work, they wasting their time.
Yes.
If you know that you're trying to force something that you know that you cannot live with long term, so they're basically wasting their all their energy and their birth. Now, you mentioned something about you in this book. You touch on relationships with parents or relationship with broken homes, because you know a lot of persons they would come from a broken home, and I've heard so many times the excuses of women, more specifically, women make this excuse often. You know, I'm the way I am because, you know, I was never taught. I'm the way that I am because my father wasn't there. So no one taught me how to love. I was the way that I am because I watched my parents, I watched a different man walk through my house to go sleep with my mother every day or every other day. I watched this, so it just makes sense that I continue on the legacy. What advice would you give to those viewers that may be in those dysfunctional home scenarios? And for me, I consider them to be generational curses. So it kind of trickled over to their future or into their life. What advice would you give them to kind of break that cycle, to kind of let them know that at the end of the day, like you said, you have the choice to a successful relationship?
I I agree. Well, basically, the advice I would give to that person, first of all, you should make no excuses in life. Like, I understand that, you know, the foundation or the home you were raised in, it sets the foundation for the person you become. But then when you get into the world and you see people responding to you differently, or if you're seeing your boyfriend saying, hey, that's not normal behavior, then that's a time when now you start to assess yourself, and then you evaluate what is normal behavior, what is the right thing to do. And then that's when you start working on self-development, because every human being's focus should be to develop themselves, to be the best version of yourself. And that's a process that never ends. We're continually expressing ourselves and learning and changing things and grow. One of the reasons why I love to read books, because I learned a wealth of information, and that information I could use now to assess, and I could transform my life to become a better person. So that would be my response to that person.
Okay, so there was an old quote that we all know from the great Maya Angelou. I think she said it. She said, when someone show you who they are the first time, believe them.
Yes.
Do you believe this quote?
I absolutely do. Absolutely believe them. Because, I mean, if someone comes to you and say, you know, I have anger issues, you know, like, why would you believe that they're the happiest person in the world, or they know how to, you know, assess situations? Like, you know, you're going to speak, you're going to give yourself to the world, and that is executed by your thoughts and your words.
Right.
You know? So I would absolutely believe that.
So you believe that. So do you believe, and you know, I'm just, these are some of the questions that we get on a daily basis as a result of this show with relationship experts, and you know, I'm gonna call you in every now and again, because you know, I'm gonna call, she's gonna be our official relationship counselor and advice liver on the show. So you know, relationship is a serious thing. A lot of persons don't succeed because they don't understand the importance of relationship, even in business, even when it comes to friendship. They don't understand that sometimes you have to be the bigger person, sometimes you have to be the better person, and just understand where people are and realize their gifts. You know, I got a question last week with that exact same quote, and person should feel hard to believe. Like, do you think that relationships that are infidelity based, can those be revived? For those persons that may have cheating issues, you know, once a cheater, always a cheater? Is that a thing?
Ooh, chances are they probably would be a cheater, but I also do believe in the transformation of God. I believe, because here's the thing, I believe every human being has a thorn. You have a thorn, I have a thorn, some of your producers have a thorn, we all have thorns.
Right.
So for one person, their thorn might be infidelity. Like, no matter what they do, they always revert to this thorn. Now, I believe that you can go to God and you can ask God to help you to overcome temptation, or maybe you could just focus on spending more time with your partner and just basically turning your eye when the temptation comes. But I believe every human being has the opportunity to change and become a better person.
Right.
So in that case, you know, there's that opportunity to change. So I don't believe in labeling someone and saying that they will be that forever. I do believe in the power of self-transformation and also getting help from God.
Okay, awesome. So as we dig into the book, like, you know, who would you say that this book is for? For those persons that are interested in purchasing the book, it's a very thin book, you know. But you say you cover all aspects of relationships, or most aspects of relationships.
Yes.
Who would this advise? Why would you encourage persons to read and purchase this book?
Yes, well, first of all, it's thin because I know what we tend to do is when we get these really big books, we pick them up and we get halfway through and then we put it down.
Right.
So
like me.
They're like you, exactly. So my goal as an author is to develop, to basically produce a lot of content. Produce a lot of content in terms of substance,
right,
but not too long-winded, more get to the point.
Okay.
So this basically, I think this book would be basically, you know, beneficial to everybody because, like I say, it covers everything. Even there's a chapter in this book that teaches you how to deal with difficult people. How many times in our journey, whether it's under work or, you know, out in the streets or in our communities, we meet difficult people, you know, and sometimes these difficult people steal our joy. So I basically give you tips of how to remain centered, how to have compassion, because usually if you see a broken person, the way I look at them is pain. If I see someone that's angry and cursing and just carrying on really bad,
right,
I don't shun them or ostracize them. I look at them and I'm like, that person's hurting.
Right.
They're broken.
There's a root to that problem.
Exactly. So I would be the person to go over there and talk to them and then show them my love and life and hopefully get them to open up. And then if there's an exchange, whether there's a friendship later on, then I would be like, hey, you know, I understand you've had a hard, you know, childhood or you're going through a rough time, but I just want to let you know if you were to focus on healing, then you can turn your life around. You could be happy and healthy and secure, and now that can spill into all your relationships, and then you can have a beautiful journey.
We are completely out of time. Oh, this is good. You got to come back. We got to have you at least once a month because
Okay,
this
that
relationship
sounds good.
situation, we got to
There's
make this
so
work.
much more to discuss.
Yeah, there's a lot more. But as we get ready to wrap up, where can persons find the book? How can persons get in contact with you?
Yes.
Are you also a life coach as
Yes,
well? You said
yes,
you
I'm a
told me earlier
motivational speaker and life coach.
you're a life coach. You can help people get their life together. You can
Yes.
you blow the whistle and stuff like that too. Like
Oh yeah,
You- you-
I'm boot camp straight.
you just knock a day. It's 6 o'clock. Time to work out.
Yeah, so once you give me those goals and objectives, I will not rest until you get it done and your life is transformed.
You expensive?
Nope. For my Bahamian people, it's definitely affordable, but it's all on a per basis. So I definitely have different programs that people can select.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
okay.
So you can basically get my book at Logos or Nassau Stationers.
Okay.
And also I have it on Amazon, but also if you just want a copy signed, you can go on my Facebook page, which is Kayshannique Collie /facebook.com, or maybe it's the reverse. And yes, you can just inbox me and then we can just arrange to meet and I'll get you a signed copy.
There you go. Now, that's what we can do. Last week, we gave away, I'm 25 now. This week, we're going to give you the opportunity to win yourself this. If you want to master your relationships, if you want to go ahead, and this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, because we just start off the chain around here, okay?
Yes,
we
let's
just
get
start off the
back.
chain.
Let's get
You heard from Kayshannique today. You heard that she's a life coach. You heard all that good stuff. What we're going to do, if you can tell us why you would need her services, we're going to give you one free opportunity to sit down with Kayshannique one-on-one, all right? And you're going to get yourself a free copy of the book.
Yes,
All
that's
right?
perfect. That's
So
perfect.
if you're struggling and you want to have a better life, and her goal is to help you become better in life, if you're struggling and if you think that you deserve this opportunity to sit down with this greatness right here, go to our Facebook page, all right? All information at the bottom of the screen. Go to our Facebook page and tell us why. Why do you believe that you should have this one-on-one session with Kayshannique? And guess what? It's completely free, all expense paid, courtesy of the Rush, all right? That's how we doing it, all right? That's exactly how we doing it. Make sure go ahead, get this book. It will bless your life. Okay, thank you so much. All right, there you go. You will definitely be here. We're going to try to get her here at least once a month to cover all your relationship topics. So if you have a question for Kayshannique, send it in to us as well. Next time, we're going to have her answer that. All right?
Yes, let's do it.
Live on the show.
It's exciting.
That's how we do. We seal deals on the spot. They can't tell me no on camera. All right, guys. This has been another exciting episode of The Rush. Thank you guys so much for joining us. A whole show just about relationships. It's very exciting. Thank you so much once again. Make sure keep connected. If you haven't done so yet, make sure sign up today for the 2018 Elevation Awards. All the information is on our website, www.theelevationawards.com. So if you're in arts, entertainment, any field of entertainment or arts, make sure you go ahead and sign up today. All right, sign up today. You heard me? Yeah, today. Make sure you go ahead and sign up right now. Stay tuned right here on The Rush, because up next is Master You with Lincoln Bain right here on RTV. That's what we rocking. All right, so definitely stay connected right here. And speaking of that, I think the Power Couples episode is tonight. So definitely make sure you stay connected right here on The Rush. Until next time, it's your boy V-Mac. Continue to let your light so shine before all men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which art in heaven. Each day, love yourself, respect yourself, give thanks and praise for what God has done for you in your life. And remember, if you give thanks and praise to every situation you're going through, something great can come out of it. All right? See you next time.
Take off your shoes and stop right in the spotlight. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's all about you. The amazing